but we're still only today reaching the halfway stage of the tournament, so Magnus still has plenty of time to catch up. He stemmed the bleeding yesterday, that was the main thing. Had a very exciting endgame against Jordan van Foreest, and today against Richard. You would say on paper, this is a great pairing for Magnus to get back to winning ways.
He will be looking for rivals, for sure. Richard is, nobody's bunny. He's had wins in Classical over Magnus. I believe he may have won his first ever game against Magnus that he got, which I believe was in Wijk.
In Wijk, yeah.
I will not be able to remember the year, but I remember the outline of the game.
A Reti with some B3 and Black played a London system, reverse London system, if I remember correctly.
Something like that. And Magnus at some point, I think, decided to go for some very risky stuff, which maybe would have scared some lesser players into compliance and an attempt to equalize. But Richard is really nothing of the sort, and he, I think, very gratefully accepted the challenge and ended up out-calculating and outplaying Magnus in that game. He's also not having the best tournament ever, it feels, but playing solidly, nothing much wrong being done.
And where do you predict the excitement will lie today? I guess in a lot of the games, but where do you predict most of the action? Maybe some of the blood will be?
I'm slightly cheating here because some moves are coming in, and it's obviously a lot easier to predict when you see the opening moves. And so far, I kind of like the one which still has the starting position on, because honestly, the positions which aren't.
The world champion has entered the building. Sat there at this board. He's getting ready to make his move. What are we going to see? Is he going to push D4, D4, C4? Richard looks a little bit peeved, if I have to say.
Yeah, like really? Are we really doing this? Richard's, and he's watching him write down the information about the game, right? Can you just make a move already? Can I already find out what you're going to play? Maybe Magnus doesn't even know. No, he's got to adjust his pieces first. The knights have to be facing each other. King, queen, bishop, very methodical, not in a hurry. Now the pawns, every piece has to be adjusted, and E4.
Here comes E4.
Oh yeah, that's what I want.
They don't strike me as anything that would make me salivate straight away.
Not yet.
Maybe Magnus just does something very risky and unusual today. It's definitely not impossible.
Yeah, it sometimes feels like Magnus is rolling the dice in terms of which opening to pick, especially in rapid chess. But Classical, I would expect something a bit more direct, a bit more kind of principled against Rapport. It looks like we're waiting for Magnus to move. It is one E4.
Yeah, he has played one E4, which is something that he's been doing his entire career. So no one D3 today, and thus I think if we are to guess, probably indicates that this is going to be a serious opening that he generally does play. There is a Petrov in the game between Erigaisi. We'll go through the positions properly, but there is a Petrov in the game between Erigaisi and Abdusattorov. There is an Italian, and it seems like there's at least one Italian per round, and sometimes two.
5 or something, just to kind of cover the dark squares. But
how do you get there?
yeah, this is a problem.
Apparently not for Wesley, but he is now gathering some steam because this is round 7 and he will be 1+2 after 7. So definitely becoming a contender.
Which year did he win? Like 2000?
He won
18, 19, around that.
17.
17.
17, yeah.
And meanwhile, Peter, we do have a result that we see on the camera just there. Magnus has won. Richard resigns. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll just show the last few moves of that game.
Yeah, so in that position after 92, Richard played queen f5 and Magnus just went queen h3, and Richard not very interested in trying to defend this. It's not really very defendable. And
So 2 points.
he doesn't really like wasting anybody's time, so I assume after 92 you could maybe keep the queens on, but the result still isn't really very much in doubt. Queen f5 is another one of those moves where it feels like you've sort of checked out. You no longer care about whether it takes you 5 minutes or an hour and a half here, because you know what the result is. Yeah, so Magnus wins the game, breaks back to 50%, still obviously very, very far off the pace, considering that Nodirbek at least was completely winning in his game.
Wow, rook e4, that's flashy.
Yeah, that is very, very flashy. After king f1, he did play